everybody, it's Ruby with Valhalla Organics. On this channel, we share what life is like on our little farm here in Southern Virginia. It's springtime, the flowers are blooming, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've done with our pollinator garden here. Now, we got a grant to build this pollinator garden, and I'm going to put all the information down below so that if you want to do something similar on your own property, you can check it out and learn more about the opportunities out there to help us help pollinators. So I've been walking up here to the pollinator garden at least once a day, sometimes several times per day, because it changes so much. Right now in the early spring, we're seeing so much new growth.
Here's a little throwback to what it looked like when the sprouts were just starting to come up. It's so exciting to see all the tiny little plants finally starting to make their debut into the world. The final part of the project after getting all the bulbs planted was to print up our incredible, beautiful signs. Part of the goal with this project is to educate and inspire other people about pollinators and pollinator gardens. Including educational signs in your pollinator garden is a great way to let people know what it's all about. This video was taken about 2 weeks ago, and as you can see, there aren't any flowers yet, but there's a lot of new shoots and a ton of growth on these shoots that were already up. Here's that pollinator garden sign again. Now, one morning, I walked up to check on the garden bed, and there was this one perfect little crocus. I'm absolutely obsessed.
We've got hyacinth coming up, we've got some little mini irises, we've got crocuses, we've even got a couple of tulips. It's really early for tulips, but these bulbs might be a little bit ahead of the game because it's their first year out of the gate. But I'm not going to complain if there's extra flowers or if they're around early. Our bees are definitely out and about, and I've even seen some bumblebees and some native bees that are out needing forage, and so we've provided this beautiful pollinator garden for them. One of the things that was really important to us was that we attract a wide variety of pollinators and that we provide some extra nourishment for our honeybees. The reason for the honeybee nourishment is obviously we want them to be well fed, but we also don't want them to be competing with the native pollinators in this area. And so there are a bunch of flowers here in our pollinator garden that are intended to be sort of a good food source for the honeybees so that they will leave alone the native sources for those native pollinators. Native pollinators tend to live in either smaller colonies or on their own as individuals. And so they really can't compete with a huge colony of honeybees that find that source and go and take all of the nectar, all of the pollen. So we wanted to give the honeybees an opportunity to have a little garden where they can go crazy and get what they need. Now we also do have some native varieties in here, like the mini iris and a few other things. So we're pretty excited to provide a wide variety of options in the buffet. When we were planting the garden, we were really careful to choose colors all throughout the color spectrum because different pollinators will be looking for different colors of flowers. They're also looking for different shapes of flowers. So some flowers are more broad and flat. Some flowers are more shaped like this. As you can imagine, different pollinators need different shaped flowers to be able to access that nectar and that pollen. You think about a hummingbird with that long, skinny beak, they prefer a flower that's long and tubular. So those are specifically of interest to them. Versus a honeybee might have a little bit more difficulty getting its mouth parts down into a longer structure of that flower. So we have all different shapes of flowers, we have all different colors of flowers, and we planted with different pollinators in mind. So people always think of bees and butterflies as being pollinators, and they are. They're wonderful pollinators, but bats are also pollinators, beetles, ants, wasps, birds, all different kinds of creatures can be excellent pollinators. So it was important to us to plant a wide variety of different types of flowers that would appeal to these different types of pollinators. So let's take a little bit more of an up close look at the pollinator garden. So this is our pollinator garden, and I'm so excited to show you a little bit more in depth. We have a whole video series just about how we built the bed and selected the varieties that we're growing in here, and you can check that all out. I'll put the link up right there. And one of the things I love the most about this garden is that the Pollinator Partnership actually has these really cool printable signs. So we've got a Pollinator Garden sign that lets people know This area provides food, nesting, and resting for pollinators. And that is an awesome way to get people more engaged and more excited. They'll see the flowers, get curious, get excited about it, and we're hoping there'll be even more folks helping out with pollinators in our local area and finding out about it because of the garden and because of our videos about it. That little yellow crocus was the very first flower that came up, and I am totally obsessed and in love with it. These are some beautiful hyacinths. I wish you could smell them. That's a little mini iris, and they're meant to be that small. Most of these plants will actually be a little taller. They'll have taller stems in their second year, but we think they're awfully cute even if they're kind of little. We've even got two of our tulips coming up, so that's a little bit early for tulips, but they are looking absolutely gorgeous. And we've got a few more coming up behind that hopefully will be blooming on time. We've got our beautiful little Pollinator Garden sign. And then over on this side, not sure why, but the daffodils on this side of the bed are coming up like crazy. So got those cheerful little faces and we love them. There's another tulip. Some more hyacinths getting ready. A couple more of those little mini irises. So that's it for today's tour. We hope you're following along with our journey. So please make sure that you're subscribed to our channel so you'll never miss our video updates.